Alright, hello and welcome to this wonderful world. As you can see, I have this really old truck here, like mega old. Like your grandpa probably drove this when he was a kid, but we also got this plot of land out here, number 46. We got exactly $0 in our bank account and a chainsaw, and our goal today is we're going to try and start a grain farm, starting with nothing but this truck and the chainsaw I have in my, in the back here. So, obviously, we're going to pull up here on this grove of trees that's on our land, and we're going to get to chopping. See here. Yep, there we go. Unfold the tailgate. That'll make it easier. Luckily, this truck does have a nice little bed on it for hauling wood. So, yeah. It's gonna be a whole lot of this. Just cutting down these trees. So, I will see y'all in a little bit. Alright. We got our first load of logs right here loaded up. It's not as much as I thought it would be, but they're pretty thick logs, so hopefully we'll get a good little bit of money. My only issue with this truck is it does not have a trailer hitch, it looks like, so we might have to get a different truck here at some point. But for now, this should do just fine. Here we are. Let's get them unstrapped and sell it off for $500. Nice. It's not that bad. $500 for one load. I wish it was more, but I can't complain. This old truck will definitely be getting replaced at some point. I don't know, I might park it out in front of whatever farm I build as like a display. Show where we came from. But damn, I really wish it was faster. Go ahead and pop our trail gate, and yeah, so we're basically going to be hauling logs like that for a while. Who knows? Maybe I'll upgrade my truck first and get a trailer before I start looking into... Ooh! Damn, gonna break it. Before I start looking into an actual tractor, because for now, logs are our only way to make money, and if we can haul more of them, we can make more money at a time. So, yeah. I got lots of work to do. Alright. We got what should hopefully be our last load of wood before we can, start plowing an actual field. Hopefully, this will get us enough, because I did find a tractor for $4,500 and a plow for $500. If we can start plowing a field, it's only $500 for our seeder and fertilizer spreader. So here's hoping. Come on. Big money. Big money. Ah, just enough. Perfect. So let's go ahead and we're going to be picking up this here tiny little tractor. It's $4,500 and it only has 22 horsepower, but it's a start. And we compare it, this little $500 plow. There we go. Now, they're right over there. I'm gonna take my truck back, and I will be right back for my tractor. Okay, I got my tractor and my plow here. Now, while we can technically make a field, we can't plant it, we can't fertilize it, we can't roll it, we can't do any of that. But we can't do any of that. So I'm trying to think, do we try to rent a seeder and try to get seed in the ground? Because, we have to buy seed too. You know, just because we have a tractor and a plow doesn't really mean anything. And considering we're going with grain crops, we're also going to wind up needing a combine and gravity wagons and all of that other stuff. So, something tells me, that truck and them logs are going to get really, really, really comfortable. But I at the very least, wanted to get my tractor secured. So this is like the two most important pieces of equipment. We can't do much with them yet, but we have them. And that means we can start making our fields here soon. So I'm gonna park it right here next to this rock. And for now, looks like I'll be getting back to it with the chainsaw. Luckily, I still got some wood from that last tree piled up over here behind the truck. So, I definitely got to get away from hauling more logs. Oh, there it is, a wood trailer. It's 2,000 though. A little too expensive for my blood for a freaking trailer. Alright, I managed to get the last of that tree loaded up on here. And I took a look. A new truck is way too expensive for my blood. I think the cheapest truck I saw with an actual trailer hitch on it is like 19,000, like 15 to 19,000, and we just got too much other equipment to buy to be worrying about a new truck. So I think our game plan instead is going to be to get that wood trailer or a trailer like it, and that way, we can load the bigger trees onto the tractor and bring them up to sell. Whereas the truck here can handle these thicker, smaller logs with ease. Another $500. And I think just a couple of loads like that, and we'll be able to get that trailer. Or I might just see about getting a seeder and a fertilizer spreader first. We've got options now. We could definitely start looking into expanding and actually getting the equipment we need to start getting our first field in the ground. I think I want to go that route instead of expanding on my wood delivery skills. But we've got a lot more trees chopped down before we can make that happen, so I will see y'all in a bit. Alright, it took all the money we had, but we got ourselves a seeder. Now, you're probably wondering why the tractor looks different. Well, that would be because I had to buy a different tractor. So I sold the other one and I bought this one, and we got ourselves a tractor, a seeder, because this is the cheapest seeder I could find, and it requires 25 horsepower to pull. And the other tractor we bought only had a maximum of 22. Luckily, this one, I believe this one has about 35 horsepower. 37 horsepower under the hood of this bad boy. So, we can actually start farming. We're still going to be chopping wood here and there because, until the crops come up, that's going to be our only way of making money, and we're definitely going to need some kind of a combine come harvest season. What are we actually going to be planting, though? Okay, so we got our pick of the litter here. We got oat, soybeans. Honestly, I think we might plant soybeans. Because if I look here, soybeans show price fluctuation. Yeah, soybeans are going to be our best bet when it comes to price. So I think we're going to be planting soybeans if this can. Yep, it can plant soybeans. Great. So we're going to start plowing our first field here. And I think I'm going to put it on this right-hand side of the road. I think that's going to be the best spot to put our first field. Now, our first fields aren't going to be huge, but we're going to try and get at least 2 or 3 smaller fields put into place. I'm going to drop this off right here in the bushes. We're definitely going to have to get a farm shop at some point. There we go. Drop that off. And pick up our little plow here. Got it. Alright. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Allow create fields. Come over here. Give these trees a little bit of a birth. And drop it. There we go. And we're plowing. It only took a full month of chopping wood, but now we're getting our fields into place. So, I'm going to do a quick, well, this ain't going to be quick. This is going to take a while. Like, look at how skinny that little path is. I'm going to plow our first field here, and I will get back with y'all. Alright, there we are, our first field, and of course it starts coming down with the rain right as I finish. Well, oh, smack my cedar. We're gonna put our plow over here in the bushes, I guess, for now. And hop in the truck here, because frankly, I don't want to get rained on as I'm doing this. There we go. That is the longest animation to take off of something I've ever seen. As we can see, the truck is already covered in mud. Oh, poor thing. Can't exactly wash her, so. But we got our first field done here, and take a look at that. It's a pretty decent sized field. Now, we've got a lot of nice, flat, potential field land to work with here. And I'm trying to figure out, where do we want to put a shop? Where are we going to want to put our fields? A shop's a long way away. But my ultimate question, and here's the thing. If I come down here and look off to the left, after this small tree here, we got enough land here. We can put another field in here easily. That's a little bit bigger. Of course, again, it'll take forever. And I'm thinking, go from this tree out here to about here. Come over, go this way, come back this way, and then down here near this tree, we come back out to the road. And that would be a nice little second field here. Alternatively, there's a lot of shrubs here, but we could put another field right here from this tree out here to about this tree in the distance here. Come over to this cluster of trees, come back out towards the road, and make that another field. And we could do that and have 3 smaller fields. Or, I'm thinking maybe we extend this field on the front and back of this tree here. Because I don't have the equipment to take out trees and make it into potential farmland. So, alternatively, I could, and I don't want to drive in the field, because if I drive in the field, I'm going to get rutted, I'm going to get stuck in the mud. So, we don't want to be driving through the field. Alternatively, I could extend this front part from this tree all the way out, bring it back around, and extend the field on that side like that, and then do the same thing on this back part of the field here and make it a bigger field, or just slap down another smaller field right next to it. So Y'all sound off in the comments and let me know. Should I do multiple smaller fields, or should I try to do a couple of big fields? Now, bear in mind, plowing a big field with that little 2-rut plow, it's a pain in the ass. Like, it took me pretty much like a couple hours out here with that there little plow just to get this tiny field here done up. So, well, here's what I think I'll do. In the next episode, we'll plant this field, and depending on what you guys say, we'll go from there. Because we definitely want to start diversing into the crops, even if cutting down trees is still going to be our best way of making immediate money. Now, unfortunately, I've been rained out. I can't plant. I can't plow. Because, like, as you saw there with the truck, you know, if we come back up here, y'all saw it. This truck's very slow in reverse. See right there on that little corner where we started to dip into the field there. You know, we're not going to be able to get the tractor through there. And I don't have anything to get the tractor out if it gets stuck. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to call our work there for today. But let me know. Do y'all think I should do smaller fields or bigger fields? And until next time, thank you for tuning in on my $0 in the truck. My name's Mystic, and y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day now.